Hey guys, Angel here. So excited about this video because I'm going to share with you. Everybody wants to know, Angel, how do you get to the money, honey? How do you get the paying clients? And that's what I'm going to share with you guys in today's video. So stick around to the end so you don't miss out. Share with you the tips that I'm going to share with you. I'm going to tell you how I actually got my first paying client. So many of you guys know, and if you don't know, I actually used to own a boutique, an actual store out in Baltimore, Maryland. Years and years ago, I used to own this boutique, and I absolutely loved my store. I loved the people that came into my store. Anyway, I've got another video talking all about how I opened up my boutique. But anyway, so when I was in my store, I would talk to people all the time. Like, I have been doing what I'm doing right now, like, forever. I've always been a big talker. And so how I got my first paying client was when I closed my store. One of my customers that used to come into my store that we would often talk a lot, I closed my store abruptly. Like I said, there's a whole nother video about that. Well, she went to the store that was next to mine, and she told the owner, she said, Angel's store is closed and I didn't know that she was going out of business. Is there any way that you can contact her? And so the store owner called me and said, Angel, I've got one of your old customers here. She wants to talk to you. I get on the phone with her and she goes, hi, I didn't know that you were going out of business. You know how we used to talk in your store all the time and you really used to help me out a lot? And she goes, well, can I still talk to you? Like, how much do you charge if I came just to talk to you? What? Wait a minute. Did you just say how much can you pay me to come and do the same exact thing that we used to do in my store? Wait a minute. Okay, literally, you guys, that is how I got my first paying client. Someone came to me and asked me, could they pay me to have to continue the conversation that I was already previously having. So this brings me to tip number one. Number one in getting your first paying client is to be yourself. Everything that I'm going to share with you, I didn't even do. I just got my first paying client just by being myself. You are already a leader. If people are coming to you, asking you for your wisdom, asking you for your advice, asking you how it is that you've been able to accomplish the things that you've been able to accomplish in your life thus far, you are already someone that people look up to and that people are willing to pay for you to teach them or to train them or to coach them. And so that's how I got my first paying client. Number one is just by being myself, because I love to listen. I am the nosiest person you will ever meet. I love to hear people talk. I love to hear what they're going through. I love to be of service to them. And so just by being yourself, that's step number one. Number two is to provide specific content. I talked about this in the other video. If you did not see that, how to become a life coach, I talked about choosing your niche and talking to that group of people consistently, and choosing a vehicle in which you do that in. So that's how I share with you how I got my first paying client, how I was able to actually get paying clients over and over again and eventually able to fill my coaching practice, is because I committed to doing for one whole year. And I'm not saying that you have to do this for a year. I'm just telling you my story. For a whole year, I did conference calls. Every single Saturday night, I did a free conference call where I taught a different topic every single night. And what happened is, if you keep showing up consistently and you're teaching people and you're showing people that you are the solution, that you have the solution to their problem, eventually what's going to happen is they're going to say, can I work with you? Do you do one-on-one coaching sessions or consulting sessions? I would love to work with you just one-on-one, not here in this group. That's what I did. Now, you can Google and figure out how to get your first paying client. You're going to come upon many different ways in which to do this. I'm only sharing you what I've done and which was most effective for me, or the effective way that I was able to do it. But one thing is clear. If you show, it doesn't matter which way you decide to go about this, if you are consistently showing up and providing value, people are going to want to work with you. And so the way I chose to show up was through hosting conference calls every single week. I loved doing those conference calls. They were so awesome, and there's a whole story behind why I chose a Saturday night to do those conference calls. So if you're a fitness coach, get on here and show us how you were able to release that weight off of your body. Show us how you were able to get those toned arms. Let us see what you're eating. Let us see what you're cooking. To actually take us in the grocery store with us. Or take us in the grocery store with you while you're shopping. Take us with you. Take us with you with your workouts. Provide us that information. And if you keep doing that, and I'm actually doing what you're saying from your free content, there's not going to be too much time that passes by where I'm tuning into you, I'm calling into your conference call, I'm watching your videos, or I'm looking at your Instagram, and you're telling me what to eat, you're telling me how many reps I should do and how often I should drink my water, and I'm doing those things and I haven't paid you anything and I'm already seeing results. It's only going to be a matter of time before people are fumbling to find their credit card to work with you, because you're providing information that's extremely valuable to them before they even paid you. That is very, very, very attractive. So that's number 2. Provide very specific information in a vehicle that you choose to do it, like through video, through blogging, through conference calls, through live video via Facebook or Instagram, or whatever platform that you're most comfortable with. You have to show up and be extremely consistent in the beginning. Number 3 is have a way to get paid. I cannot tell you how many times people have sent me messages on Instagram or on Facebook and said, how do I get paying clients? And I'm like, you don't even have a way to receive the money. At least set it up. You PayPal, Stripe, etc. Make sure that you have a way in order to receive what it is that you're praying for. Okay, so if you're praying for paying clients, how's that prayer going to be answered? You have to be a partner in making this thing work. So number 3 is to make sure that you have a way in order to receive the money in order to get the paying client. Number 4 is to create a program or something for your clients to go through. More often than not, people like to go through a program. If you say you do one-on-one coaching sessions and say you charge $50 starting out an hour or $200 an hour, if you tell somebody you're going to charge them $50 an hour or $200 an hour, immediately they're thinking in their mind, well, I only make $25 an hour, so number 1, how am I going to be able to afford that? And also creating a package, creating an actual program for your clients to go through, it's so much more attractive. It's been my experience through the years that I've been doing this, in the 11 years or almost 12 years that I've been doing this, that when you create a package, it's way more attractive than just saying, click the link in my bio and book a session with me. Because they're like, well, book a session with you to do what? But if you have a program that's laid out that shows them specifically what it is that they're going to get once they work with you, that becomes more attractive. So create a program for your clients to actually go through. And the last and final one is to repeat step numbers 1 and 2. Continue to be yourself. Continue to be who you are and provide good, valuable, actionable content. Actionable content is the content that you go to Pinterest and you say you type in how to bake a cake. Or if you go to that app that I love, Tasty, if you go to that app and you say how to bake a cake, it's going to show you exactly step by step. So I'm able to watch that video. After I'm finished watching that video, I'm able to take action on what it is that I just consumed. So if you create content like that, you're going to be back in my comments and saying, oh my goodness, Angel, you are so right. I'm getting so many questions from people. People are actually taking my advice. People are actually coming to my conference calls. People are actually tuning into my videos. You're going to start to build traction if you stay consistent. So that is how I got my first paying client, and I hope that this video was valuable to you so you can start taking action on what you just heard, and you too can put in the work and do the work in order to put yourself out into the marketplace to get people to know you, to like you, and to trust you, and eventually they're going to want to work with you. So make sure that you guys subscribe if this is information that is that is valuable to you. Make sure you hit the notification button so you do not miss another video just like this, and stay tuned for my next video because I'm going to be all up in your coaching business.